Hello, my freaky darlings. It's been a while since I did one of these, and I have to say I've missed doing them. And I'm kinda hoping that you've missed me doing them. You know, just maybe. Anyway, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know how much I love haunted places. The history behind them and the stories, they're fascinating. And for today's video, I'm not venturing too far across the globe. I'm staying in my own country. South Africa has many ghost stories and haunted places. I think it's thanks to the rich tapestry of our collective cultural heritages and the fact that South Africa is just, well, it's an interesting place with an even more interesting history. Anyway, the Karoo in the Eastern Cape is pretty arid and also incredibly beautiful. It's also seriously fucking haunted. Anyway, so Sewevikspoort is one of South Africa's most spectacular mountain ravines and doubles as one of the three major gateways linking Central and Little Karoo. It's a winding route that carries on for about 17 kilometers, with views that can easily distract from the road. This is probably why this particular stretch isn't just haunted by the tollkeeper, but many little critters who made the mistake of crossing that particular stretch of road. Now, many years ago, this route was less known for its views, and more for the dodgy people who travelled its curves. It was better known as Smuggler's Route. Sewevikspoort was once the main route for brandy smugglers, runaways, slaves, and outlaws. So to fight the illegal use of the road, a toll house was built to extract a fee from all those using the road. Now, I'm not sure if it really was a way of fighting crime or simply a way for the government to exploit the criminals using it. Anyway, the ruins of the old toll house can still be seen at the northern entrance, along with the ghost of the first tollkeeper. Some people say that he runs frantically onto the road on cloudy nights, waving his lantern to warn them of a threatening storm or the raging river up ahead. Others say he flags down motorists to take their toll fee, but vanishes when their cars come to a stop. No one knows why the tollkeeper has never left his post, but one thing is sure: it's probably a good idea to always carry some cash on you, just in case he demands his toll. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Now, another ghost haunting the Karoo is the Uniondale ghost. Late one night in 1968, Marie Rue and her fiancé were driving just outside the town of Uniondale. She was asleep on the back seat when he lost control of the car. She was killed. I'm not entirely sure what happened to him. Now, what makes this particular story even sadder is that they were apparently on their way to announce their engagement to her parents. 8 years later, and people started wondering if Maria had ever left. Anton Lagrange noticed a young woman hitchhiking on the side of the road, so he pulled over and offered her a lift. A few minutes later, he realized he didn't know where she wanted to go, so he turned to ask her. But she was gone. A somewhat shaken Anton reported the incident to the police. Needless to say, they were skeptical, but were finally convinced to go with him to check out where she disappeared. As they were driving along, the police officer noticed the back door of the car opening and closing by itself. Back at the police station, Anton identified his mysterious passenger from an old photograph of Maria Rue. So I'm kind of guessing the police had some idea of her and her antics on that road. Otherwise, why show him a photograph of her? But, that's just, my thoughts on that. But anyway. Now, in 1978, Army Corporal von Jaarsveld had a similar experience. He stopped his motorbike and offered a lift to a young woman with long dark hair and dark clothing. She climbed on, put his spare helmet on her head, and wrapped her arms around his waist. A few miles down the road, he felt a slight jolt and turned to check on his passenger, but she was gone. He quickly turned around to go and look for her, assuming that she had fallen off the bike. It wasn't until a few moments later that he noticed the helmet neatly refastened to his luggage rack. That's just creepy. And also, I mean, she's got to be pretty fucking, realistic, I mean, for people to be that taken in by her. I'm thinking really strong ghost there. Anyway, so some think that because Maria was asleep when she died, she doesn't know she's dead and is still desperately trying to reach her parents' house to tell them about her news. That's just kind of sad. Anyway. And finally, although there are a fuck ton more ghosts in the Karoo, we have the ghost of the Karoo National Park. The park is a beautiful place prone to some eerie weather conditions. The mountains often get covered in a thick mist that muffles the area. Locals attribute this mist to the waterspook, or water ghost, a cunning spirit that hides in the mountain in a thin cloud so that it can move around freely and undetected. Prone to mood swings, the ghost sometimes entices livestock into its mists and leads them to their drowning death in a deep pool. Now, a few lonely, unmarked graves also line this area, poking through the swirling mist, which kind of adds to the atmosphere. Many locals are too afraid to even walk past in case they never come out the other side. That's kind of creepy. So, which one of those is your favourite? I don't know about you, but Maria's antics are, they're pretty fucking creepy. Anyway, that's it for this week. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you're interested in things that go bump in the night, conspiracy theories, urban legends, haunted places, and other weird shit, please hit that subscribe button or the follow button depending on which platform you're viewing this on. If you've read any of my books and enjoyed them, be a freaky darling and please leave a review wherever you bought it. And if you're interested in getting a free copy of Oasis, as well as other freebies and exclusive content, please subscribe to my newsletter. You can find more details on that on my website. If you're viewing this on YouTube, I'll put a link in the stuff in the info-ish area down there. And if you're watching this on Instagram, you can follow the link in my bio. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and don't drive along any lonely Karoo roads at night.